All right, in today's video, we are going to be fixing up this hitch. So I had Mike Wagner up here in Cushing machine shop machine me some new threads. So check it out. This was the old one, which is one of the main reasons this customer brought this trailer to me, was to get this fixed, because it was not working. It was mostly bound up all the time. Probably just due to very little grease to begin with whenever they manufactured this trailer. There's no way to grease it because this is going to go up inside that piece there. So there's just no way to grease this, so you got to make sure it's greased ahead of time. And Mike remachined, made a little bit bigger thread, you can see here. Anyway, it's a little bit bigger. He was able to thread this piece out, take this piece out, this little cast piece, and rethread all that and make this new Acme thread, I guess you could call it. And so anyway, now that this is all ready, I'm fixing to poke this back up in there, and I'm going to have to find me a roll pin, or I may be able to use the old one temporarily. But anyway, that's what we're doing today. We're reinstalling this, and we're going to be putting in some set screws, more set screws. I'm actually going to cut this one off and put a new one in, and then I'm going to put another one up here, and then two over here or over here. I think it might make most sense to put it over here because this is the driver's side. So anyway, in total we're going to have two here on this side and two here on this side. Ooh, looky there, boys. Brand new. Hootin' tootin'. Fort Newton. Oh, I love me a good machinist. That is a handy person to know. You know what? I really need to pull that out. I was just so excited to try that out since I got it back from Mike. But I need to drop it out and get my mag drill and lay out these holes. And get my mag drill and drill 3/4 inch hole, three 3/4 inch holes, and pull this out and put a new bolt in. I'm just going to use that same nut, and then yeah, I got to drill 3 holes is what I'm saying. We can drop that back out of there now that I got the excitement out of my system. That is the first time I've ever removed one of these using a mag drill. I've always known, I've used several mag drills over the years, and I've always known that these come out, but never really understood why. But right there was a prime example. Instead of moving everything, you know, instead of loosening my magnet and moving everything, I just moved that handle a lot faster. I say that's the first time I've ever done that. After I said that in that video, I got to thinking to myself, I think I probably have done that before. I just couldn't tell you when. And there was another situation, a couple here lately, that I'm like, this is the first time I've ever done that. That's pretty cool. But then afterwards, I was telling myself like, no, I think you've done that before, Austin. And I just forgot. So I'm curious, those of you that have more than 17 years of welding experience like myself, like 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, is this a thing? Is it common to like forget things that we learn and to continue to think that we're learning them for the first time? Or do I just have terrible memory and need to work on that? I'm curious. Let me know down in the comments below if this is a common occurrence for those of you with lots of experience. All right, got our holes drilled. Now it's just time to wipe it all down, clean it up, and weld our set screws on there. And I gotta re-weld this. This weld looks like it's starting to crack a little bit on the toes of the weld. So I'm gonna grind it out and re-weld it. See right here on the edge, a little crack. It's like that over here too. Really, I could probably get away with just putting a pass on the outside because it's bonded to the nut pretty good. But I'm gonna go ahead and grind that weld out and put a pass on this side and then on this side, and then tack these three in, weld these three nuts in. One thing I've learned about set screws like this, I found that it helps if you make your hole quite a bit bigger. I'm pretty sure I got roughly a 7/8 hole, and this is a 3/4 inch bolt, so there's quite a bit of play. But if you don't do that hole a little bigger, if this isn't exactly lined up, it can rub one edge and make it hard to go in and out. So I just eyeball it, make sure it ain't touching any side, and I ease it in there and then go ahead and tack it. I also try to put them in where they're all the same, like if it's a flat spot on the top or a point of my nut, like I make sure that, like this one here that was already in here from factory, the flat spot was on top, so I went ahead and made the rest of the flat ones on top just so it'd match. Not a big deal whatsoever as far as practical reasons, but just some of that, what should I call that? Underground or inside information, like that tradesman knowledge, I guess you could say, or just that underground etiquette, I guess. I don't know. Underground or behind the scenes organization. Went ahead and put my arm pad on because I just have a feeling that I could stand to have it, lean on some of this to weld it, but I'm gonna go ahead and start welding these out. Got them all tacked on now. All right, here we have it, all done. 332, 70/18, 3 passes total. I don't know if I would have normally done that or not. It's just because I re-welded this one and put 2 passes, so just to make it all match, I put, 2 more passes on top of the one on these. But anyway, ran them in and out, lubed the threads, and now we're fixing to stick that piece back up in here. Handle put back on. Wire put through here. Some baling wire for now. Now we can put her down where he had it. and snug them bolts up. The only reason I know where he had it is because of this hole he drilled. They drilled the hole in both pieces of tubing and put a bolt through there whenever these threads quit working. So right in there, so I'm gonna say right in there, that's what that's for. Now we can snug these up. Man, how exciting. So exciting, I wish it was mine. Yeah, buddy. I tell you what, that right there is pretty all right. Just got to put my roll pin in place of my baling wire, and this thing will be ready to go down the road. Hootin' tootin' Fort McNugan. The last thing I got to do to this thing, I'm gonna buy another one of these because this is all seized up. Then I'm gonna put a new hook on because this one's about to fall off. Another deal I did to this trailer was make this hole smaller because it was real sloppy. So put me some fish plates on there, and then I shored up these ramps. Shored them up as in welded a couple of cracks that were here. And then put some more weld down here because this is what rides on the concrete. Replaced these because one of these were bent, a 2-inch cold roll that runs across there. And then this was bent also, this bar that goes through this piece was bent just on this one, so I replaced it. And last thing I'm gonna do to this thing is drag it down to my brother-in-law's shop and see if he can educate me on checking the shackles and stuff on these axles because I don't know anything about trailer axles really, you know what I mean, enough to, I guess I kind of do know. I just want to make sure there's nothing loose, nothing wallered out, you know, bushings where there needs to be bushings, but I want to do it on a concrete floor. It's one of the reasons I want to take it down there to my brother-in-law's shop. So anyway, this is it. Nice little project. Feels good to have her almost finished up here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Have an awesome weekend. Don't forget to check out our trade school website, AROSSWELDING.school, and our main website, AROSSWELDING.com, if you want to find the soapstone you see me use, this brass soapstone, spacing bands for spacing your pipe welds, and just a couple other things over there in our store. But hope you have an awesome day, and remember, learn something every day. Thanks for being here.